We're not concerned about anyone else right now. It's Alex Eala time. This is Alex Eala's moment. Our days, our dinners, our evenings are fixated on when she's playing. That's real tennis fandom right there. Love it.
This is so great for tennis in general, I think, having players like Alex out there. And she's so gracious to all her fans. She spends time with her fans, signs the autographs, takes the photos, and really just shows the Filipino community that it is all about the Philippines. And I still carry that flag with me no matter where I go across the world. And such a young woman at that has that wisdom of just what it means to play for her country.
Only 20 years old, such maturity, already a hero to her entire nation. I mean, it's basically Manny Pacquiao and Alex Eala, right? I mean,
that's it.
That's who they're looking up to right now.
Alex Eala has just reached a number that no Filipino tennis player has ever achieved before. The latest ranking update arrived at the perfect moment. After battling through a match that nearly ended her run at Indian Wells, she managed to turn things around and secure the victory. By the next morning, she woke up with the highest ranking of her career, instantly capturing the attention of the tennis world. Right now, Eala sits at number 28 in the WTA Live rankings, a historic milestone for Filipino tennis. It marks the highest position ever reached by a player from the Philippines. What makes it even more remarkable is how she got there, by surviving a dramatic match in Indian Wells, California that looked almost impossible to win at several points. Yet she pulled it off, proving her resilience under pressure. Even after such an intense battle, she appeared at the press conference calm and composed, showing no signs of the chaos she had just fought through on the court. The big question now is, how high can Alex Eala climb by the end of 2026? Could she break into the top 20, top 10, or maybe even higher? Tennis.
Yastremska left herself exposed when she came forwards. It's a golden opportunity missed, believe it, after working so hard to get the break. She's been broken right back. Oh. Couldn't have placed it better. The noise is deafening inside Stadium 3. One of the best. But there's just too many errors in her game. Too many double faults. 8 in this set alone. 15 for the match. And it hands Alex Eala a 4th match point. It's Eala's night. And the Filipina wins a blockbuster. Close to midnight in Indian Wells. Look at the great respect between these two. This was a sensational match. Diana Yastremska more than played her part. Lovely respect between the two, but it's Alex Eala who thrives in these matches. She thrives in these kinds of atmospheres, and she's done it again. 7-5, 4-6, 7-5. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And if not the match of the tournament so far, it's certainly a big contender, and it's going to be hard to beat. I think the support in the end got her over the line, but you've got to feel for Diana Yastremska. She had chances.
The victory over Diana Yastremska, 7-5, 4-6, 7-5, was anything but easy. It wasn't the kind of comfortable match where Alex Eala took control early and cruised to the finish while the crowd relaxed. Instead, it turned into a gritty battle that stretched across 3 intense sets filled with momentum swings. At one point in the deciding set, Yastremska looked firmly in charge. She had already secured a break and seemed ready to close the match. Everything suggested that the momentum had shifted completely in her favor. But that's when Eala did what she has been doing throughout the season. When it looked like there was nothing left to give, she somehow found another level. She began playing with fearless aggression, striking the ball with confidence and refusing to back down. Slowly but surely, the momentum flipped again, and she fought her way back to claim the match. That victory carried significant consequences. With the win, Eala's live ranking jumped from her official position of world number 32 up to number 28. And before the tennis world even had time to fully process the result, her next challenge was already set, a round of 32 showdown against Coco Gauff. Yes, world number 4 Coco Gauff, competing at BNP Paribas Open, on American soil, in front of a crowd that will overwhelmingly support their home star. The timing feels almost poetic, especially considering that less than a month ago Gauff defeated Eala convincingly 6-0, 6-2 in Dubai. Tennis has a way of creating dramatic rematches, and this one feels particularly meaningful. Before looking ahead to that matchup though, it's important to pause and appreciate the milestone Eala has just reached. World number 28 and the global landscape of the WTA Tour, a sport played across continents and filled with elite talent, breaking into the top 30 is a remarkable achievement. For a 20-year-old player from the Philippines, it's even more extraordinary. This isn't just another ranking update that passes quietly. It represents a historic moment. Those who have followed Eala's journey since her junior career saw the potential early. She won junior Grand Slam titles, impressed coaches and analysts, and built a reputation as one of the most promising young talents in the game. But translating junior success into results on the senior tour is never guaranteed. Now that promise is becoming reality. Her ranking is backed by genuine victories against established professionals on major stages. The number next to her name isn't speculation anymore. It's proof. And the way she has earned those points tells an even bigger story. Eala hasn't climbed the rankings by collecting easy wins at smaller tournaments. She's been competing against tough opponents capable of beating anyone on their day. Time and again, she has found ways to win in difficult situations. That resilience has become the defining theme of her 2026 season. Throughout the year she has been facing top-level competition, reaching later rounds of tournaments, and drawing increasing attention from fans. Crowds are starting to recognize her name. Supporters follow her from city to city, and her matches often generate an energy that tournament organizers notice. All of this is happening while she's still learning the demands of a full professional season, managing physical fatigue, adjusting tactics, and refining her game. The talent was never in doubt. Since her teenage years it has been obvious. The real question was consistency. Could she reproduce her junior-level brilliance week after week against stronger, more experienced professionals? So far in 2026, the answer appears to be yes. And her new ranking carries major implications. Being inside the world's top 32 means automatic entry into the main draw of Grand Slam tournaments. No qualifying rounds. No extra matches just to reach the main event. Instead, Eala now walks directly into the biggest tournaments in tennis. That saves energy, allows more preparation time, and reduces the mental strain that qualifying players face. Changes how a player plans their entire season. Number 28. Eala now operates with many of the same advantages as the established stars of the tour. And if she makes a deep run at Indian Wells, her ranking could climb even higher. The WTA's live ranking system updates constantly as players earn points. A quarterfinal or semi-final run at a prestigious WTA 1000 event like Indian Wells would bring a massive points boost, potentially pushing Eala into the world's top 20 for the first time in her career. Top 20 in the world. Just 2 years ago, the conversation was about whether she could break into the top 100. A year ago, the focus shifted to reaching the top 50. Now, the top 20 is suddenly a realistic possibility. It's a rapid rise that feels almost surreal. Yet it's happening right now, of course. Standing in her path is Coco Gauff. Playing against Gauff at Indian Wells is one of the toughest tests any player can face. Not only is she ranked number 4 in the world, but she will also have the full support of a California crowd cheering every point in her favor. Stadium filled with thousands of fans backing your opponent creates real pressure. Every mistake feels amplified, and every successful shot from the home favorite energizes the crowd even more. Eala understands that challenge. After her win over Yastremska, she acknowledged that the upcoming match would be extremely difficult. She expects the crowd to support Gauff and knows she will need to push herself even further than she did in this match. But she also said something telling. She's excited and ready. The memory of that 6-0, 6-2 defeat in Dubai still lingers. Critics often point to that scoreline as proof that the gap between the two players remains large. And to be fair, on that day Goff was simply unstoppable. But there's another side to the story. Since that match, Eala has gained more experience, more confidence, and a deeper understanding of how to compete at the highest level. The player who will walk onto the court at Indian Wells is not exactly the same player who lost in Dubai. She has grown. Whether that growth will be enough to change the outcome remains to be seen. But the conditions surrounding this match are very different. There's also an interesting detail in their history. Eala and Goff once played doubles together earlier in their careers. That experience gave Eala a chance to observe Goff up close, her movement, communication, and instincts on court. That familiarity doesn't guarantee an advantage, but it certainly provides insight. For fans in the Philippines, Eala's rise means something even bigger. Breaking into the upper levels of global tennis from a country without the extensive infrastructure of traditional tennis powers is incredibly difficult. Nations like the United States, Russia, the Czech Republic, and Australia have long established training systems, academies, and financial resources that nurture elite players from a young age. Eala has reached this level largely through talent, relentless work, and remarkable mental toughness. Every time she steps onto the court, she carries the hopes of an entire nation. Filipino fans follow her journey passionately, celebrating every victory and supporting her through every defeat. So number 28 in the world isn't just a ranking, it's proof that the dream was real. T confirms that her junior achievements were not the peak of her potential, but merely the beginning. And for those who once doubted whether she could compete with the best players in the world, the rankings are now delivering a clear answer. She belongs here. Indian Wells is still unfolding. The match against Goff is approaching. The crowd will be loud, the challenge enormous, and the stakes higher than ever. But a player who can fight back in a deciding set when the match seems lost possesses a quality that rankings alone cannot measure. Today she is number 28 in the world. The real question now is, how high can she go? If you've been following her journey from the beginning, that uncertainty is exactly what makes the story so exciting. And if you're excited to see what happens next at Indian Wells, make sure to like the video. And share your ranking prediction in the comments. And if you're not subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. Because the Eala story is far from over. Tennis.